Hey guys, Kevin Cage back with another daily cryptocurrency video. Like and subscribe if you like what you see, and let's get right into the information today. So, Binance blocking 13 states from the new US-based cryptocurrency exchange. And for those of you that don't know, many US users were originally using Binance, which was a foreign exchange, but now they've come to an agreement with regulations that Binance will actually release its own United States-based currency exchange. Very exciting because they do have a lot of fiat pairs, a lot more liquidity than other exchanges. However, 13 states are not going to be allowed to use it initially, and this is BinanceUS. So let's just check this out. So the blocked states are Alabama, Alaska, Connecticut, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Louisiana, New York, North Carolina, Texas, Vermont, and Washington. Now, the exchange, which is set to accept initial registrations on Wednesday, and I believe that is the 18th tomorrow, will prohibit customers in the following states to ensure its platform is compliant across the U.S. So perhaps this is just temporary. I'm looking forward to some more information on this to ensure the platform's available. Yep, and actually, U.S. customers will be able to buy listed coins with the U.S. dollar through ACH or wire transfer, which is good. And although it is upsetting that we cannot offer BinanceUS in the states where I grew up and earned my education at this time, please rest assured that this is just the beginning, and it is our mission to bring access to those of you in these states many of us call home. So they're working on it. It's a work in progress. Again, compliance issues is something that will take a lot of time, especially with regulators in the U.S. because they like to hit hard. And again, New York is one of the most strict states, you could say. So it's good that they're, not blocking it entirely. It'll just take some time. All right, next up, Ripple XRP, or P, it's IE. Now, is Ripple or is XRP a security? We've gone over this clip before, but I just want to hammer this home right now. So just so you guys know, again, the XRP ledger, it's open sourced. Anybody can use it with this proof of consensus mechanism that they have, which literally proof of consensus or proof of correctness, as I like to call it. And there's an actual inherent need for validators to help validate the transactions going on the XRP ledger. So now Ripple, at the time, the company, only owned about 7% or less of these validators when this video was actually recorded. And we already have, been kept up to date with the progress being, in distributing more and more of these validators throughout the ecosystem. Of course, countries like Thailand have already classified XRP as a digital asset. Even, Australia, the Philippines, and additional other countries, if they haven't 100% set it, they're at least leaning towards that direction. They've already classified XRP as, a commodity, a currency, or an actual digital asset. Now, even the FCA, it classifies XRP as an exchange token or a utility token. That is literally what's going to follow suit in the US. I guarantee if there is ever classification, that is what XRP will be considered, either, some form. It will not be a security. That is one of my own promises. This is not financial advice, but this is just my personal opinion on the subject. All right. Next, XRP_Anderson. What Ripple and other participants in the XRP ecosystem does is creating actual real-life use cases for XRP that make sense. Cross-border payments and micropayments are likely the two most important use cases for cryptocurrency right now. What if XRP dominates those two markets? Absolutely. Next, XRP Crypto Wolf, just talking a little bit about the grant for the web. And as we know, Grant for the Web, it's a $100 million fund to boost open, fair, and inclusive standards and innovation in web monetization, teamed up with the three groups right here, Coil being one of them. And this will be distributed in the next 5 years. And again, this is just one of the many use cases. This is beyond just cross-border transactions. This is beyond the trillions that will be settled using R3 with trade finance. This is beyond, Ripple's initiative. This is, Coil and web monetization led by Stephen Thomas, the former CTO of Ripple, to help expand the XRP ecosystem in an entirely new direction as well. We're branching out in all directions. XRP will enable micropayments for everything around the world. There are so many new business opportunities that will be created because of micropayments finally being enabled. The Internet of Value, IOV, is slowly but surely becoming a dream come true, all because of Ripple the company and XRP. And again, I do want to give credit for sending this article to me. This was sent to me by Free American Spirit on Twitter, so thank you. All right. And next up, holder of XRP or XRP holder. Let's check this out. So this is a pattern, and they just were noting similarities. This is kind of referred to as cycle analysis. So this is not financial advice, but let's just take a look to entertain it. So these are looking at the pattern similarities of XRP. I believe it's XRP, yeah, XRP-USD from 2014 to 2017. So let's take a peek. This is on CoinPaprika, XRP-USD chart. And as we can see here, historically, we move, and this was back then, and we skyrocket. Okay, so, we were there, but now we've actually seen a little jump in price. So we'll see. I mean, I'm curious if we could replicate this. To be honest, I share the sentiment with Alex Cobb in terms of end-of-year price prediction. It could, who knows? If we could be around 20 cents, we could skyrocket to all-time highs again and past $3. But just to be, in my mind, semi-conservative and just assume that we do see some form of bull run, positive news by end of year, additional regulations, perhaps some more XRP adoption and utility with MoneyGram in Q4, perhaps some announcements with Swift GPI and R3 during Cybos. There's so many things that could happen. I would like to see XRP at least end of year at minimum between 80 cents to maybe $1.20. I think that would just be good because, a lot of people agree. We've been in this 20, 30, 40 cent trend for so long. And honestly, even just this price action today, whether it's 5% or, 15% up, whether we retrace or not, it's just healthy to see some movement for once. It was getting pretty boring. In terms of price, for 2019 as a whole, though, this has been the most bullish, most positive year for developments on the XRP ledger, for the XRP ecosystem in all directions. And I personally could not be more excited for what's to come, but it's good to see some price just to reassure you because you can only research so much. And I'm sure you guys agree with that. All right, finish off with this. This is Matthew Linney. So lend trade, possibly using XRP for consumer lending. Now this is speculation, but let's just see because lend trade is literally looking for a digital asset to utilize. So let's just take a peek here. So we got lend trade, and this is the symbol. Pay attention to this. So we can see here, Managing Director, Lendtrade has successfully traded more than $1.5 billion in loans and has advised banks on securitization of residential and consumer loans. And there's all kinds of additional news that we've already talked about, collateralizing debt and digital assets. So that is another use case, along with microloans, which we've covered in more depth and detail in the past. And as we go down here on Lendtrade's website, or in this document, as you can see, they literally name drop Ripple and just saw cross-border transaction times drop from days to seconds. Now Ripple is utilizing XRapid, which uses XRP, and that's where all the savings comes from. And XRP is the digital asset. Ripple has also reported a 40 to 70% reduction in transaction costs among businesses using XRP, or XRapid, same thing. Now, when I say same thing, I mean they both use, XRapid is the software service or product that uses XRP, so don't be a troll and try to comment and correct me. All right, so right here, blockchain technology is revolutionary for 3 reasons. So we got security, speed, and cost. And really quick, just to kind of better understand, all right, this font is really small for me, so I'll do my best. But anyways, blockchains, as we know, they're difficult to hack because they're effectively tamper-proof. Now, they can be hacked, but, if someone's attempt to enter the transaction record without the appropriate keys and permissions, the program will simply reject it. They need the actual keys to get in. And, with proof of consensus with XRP and the XRP ledger, it is near foolproof. Now, we'll see what happens with the world of quantum computing. That's a whole nother story. But in terms of this is one of the most secure blockchains to date. Now, with speed, this is another benefit that has, that why it's revolutionary for businesses. So there's no third-party intermediary. There's no middleman needed. Everything's automated. We're not waiting for anything to be handed off or initiated. Now, the cool thing is that when I say automated, I mean we can actually create smart contracts between 2 parties, and there's actual trust as well. There's no counterparty risk. Everything can be streamlined and sent efficiently, and we can see it on a permissionless, blockchain where we can see each level what's happening. You can create these types of if-then statements to occur, so you never have to worry if the other party is, going to lie, cheat, delay, or anything like that. All right, and then cost, of course, we know XRP, literally, here we go, ready? XRP, 1,000 times cheaper than Bitcoin, 1,000 times faster than Bitcoin. And in terms of price potential and upside, 1,000 times more. Now, that's not financial advice. We'll see what happens in the next few years. But guys, I've not seen any other project with mass adoption, or the potential for mass adoption, I should say. And there's so much going on right now. I mean, I've been staring at fiatleak.com all day looking at the volume. An interesting thing, in the past 24 hours, when I was checking it out earlier today, I saw about 500 million, trades in the past 24 hours. Now that number is up to 933 million. So it's almost doubling to 1 billion trades in the past 24 hours. That volume's increasing. I really, really, really want to consolidate above 30 cents by end of day. We'll see what happens. It's anybody's guess. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Let me know if you want me to address anything in future videos, and I will see you in the next one.